Sarah Onyechiku Slow. Welcome to today's episode of Gossip Flakes. And like we do it on the gossip section, we have our favorite segment that we love to do. It's called the Gossip Parlor. And I've always loved the fact that I always have to resonate and be vibing with my homegirls. And yeah, I love how the conversation is always going down here, banter, dragging. So, well, before I introduce them, please do want to follow me on all my social media handles displayed right on your screen. Follow me on Instagram at TamiSare. Follow us at MediaFreak TV on YouTube. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please follow us on all our social media handles displayed right on your screen. And we will be taking your comments, your hot takes, and we'll be displaying them on our next episode so that we can treat some topics or some of your comments from whatever you have asked or made an input. And when we come back from the short break, we will be introducing, yes, you already know them. And for those of you who do not, you'll be seeing my co-host and my homegirls for today's segment. And also the topic for today. Do not touch that dial. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Yes, we're back on today's episode of Gossip Flakes. Yes, the usual gossip parlor. And if you're just joining us, my name is TamiSare Onyechiku Solo. You know how we do it here. We like to vibe, we like to talk about a lot of things. And we like to talk about news, gossip, trending habits, and whatnot. So, I'll be introducing to you my homegirls, and of course, after that, I'll be bringing to you today's topic for the gossip parlor. So, first with me I have here Drella Onyema.
Hey,
hi, welcome, sweetie.
Thank you.
And also we have our favorite girl, our sweet PG lifestyle, Praise Jim.
Hi guys.
So you know how we do it here. We let them tell you where to find them, where you want to see them outside, sitting here on the gossip parlor. So please do well. Tell us your Instagram handles, your social media handle. Let's know where to find you aside being on the gossip parlor.
Okay, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Drella Onyema, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and whatnot. Thank you.
Okay guys, you can find me on Instagram as PG Lifestyle, on TikTok as PG Lifestyle, and then on Facebook as PG David. Do well to follow me on all social media platforms.
Yes, so you've heard it right from there. So do well to follow these beauties, catch them on their social activities, on their daily activities, right on their social media handles. And don't also forget to follow us at MediaFreak TV, where we like to take your major takes for each segment. And so today's topic is toxic relationships. So we want to hear from you. Toxic relationships that are not still so well. We're not just talking about a guy and a girl. Also girl, few besties, all those people you call your besties. You could be in a toxic relationship in your family, in your workspace, in a relationship. So a lot of topics, a lot of segments will be touching. So it's not just the usual relationship that people mind have spoiled. See where your mind went when I said toxic relationship. A lot of relationships are spoiling, and we want to find out what are the reasons, what are the amendments, why do people still stay there when they cannot leave or have a chance to amend it and just choose to keep quiet. So my ladies, the topic today is toxic relationships. So first of all, have you been in a toxic relationship before?
I mean, there's so many definitions of toxic relationship. It doesn't have to just do with the physical abuse. There's also the emotional abuse. There's the mental abuse. There's so many types, and not everything we have it. So, personally, I would say I have not been in a toxic relationship.
Yes.
The laughter says it already.
I don't know why I'm laughing, but honestly, I haven't been in any toxic relationship. But then, there are things that are close to being toxic, but I don't know if it's toxic. But what I would say, there are things like, you working under someone, and then you're being looked down upon because there are certain things you cannot do, and then you have to rely on this person to do it. But then you know that if you leave this person, you're nowhere, you cannot do anything. So you just have to keep going despite the maltreatment from the other person and all of that. That is toxic. But I don't think I've been in any kind of situation like that. So No, I haven't been in any toxic relationship.
Okay, so that falls back to me. Yes, I've been in a toxic relationship before, and I'm gonna say it wasn't worth the while. But I'm happy that at the end of the day, I still could find myself. I still could come out of it. I've been in a toxic relationship in a work setting. I've also been in a toxic relationship in a friendship setting. So hence, I like to talk about things like this. So share my experience and tell people, okay, this is what you got to do. But first of all, let's go to the toxic relationship for the working people. People who are in a segment of a particular organization and you just cannot leave because why? Money is the priority, money is the goal, and everything you seem to do doesn't seem to work for whoever you're working for, and they just can't take it. They want you to give your life for them to be appreciated. So I've been in a situation like that. All I'm going to say to you is a good name is better than silver and gold. Whatever you do, keep your good name in standing. And once you do that, I assure you that everything will fall right in place. It doesn't matter the time frame. I mean, after I left a very toxic boss, I left, and I don't want to mention names, but after I left, my good name still found me. Imagine somebody who you fought, wouldn't want to work with you anymore, could still call you back and be like, oh, I have something for you. I know you could do this. I know you could do that. It is because you did not give it an eye for an eye. You only left because at this point you were done, you were fed up, and you just want to leave. So I'm telling you, my audience, please, if it is a toxic relationship, when it comes to work setting, please don't walk away because of the money. A good name is better than
Yeah.
The only time I will ask you to walk away is when they are trying to be abusive. There are people who go and learn work and they'll tell you to kneel down under the sun. They'll ask you to go and fetch water. So those are toxic relationships, obviously, and they're going to ask you why can't they unless the person is very stubborn, but you know that you yourself, you're not a bad person, you're not even disturbing your boss in particular, and they are doing all of these things just to suppress you. So I'll just say keep your
And most times it's intentional.
Yes,
They actually know what they're
exactly.
doing, but they can't just help it.
But there's something I'm getting from you both. I want to understand. You said toxic relationship.
Yeah.
There are sometimes when you are at work, it's not like as if your relationship with your boss is toxic, but then there's a toxic environment. People are around
Exactly,
you.
no,
So are we
that's
categorizing that as also a toxic relationship?
Yes.
I feel that's a toxic environment.
toxic relationship in your environment. Yeah.
I guess
So-
70% of people have actually faced that kind of situation.
Exactly. So a lot of you would have a suggestion or a take on this. So I'm saying if it's becoming abusive, try to start finding an alternative for yourself so that you don't work under pressure. I'm going to leave out mental health to save your mental health. Everybody has faced a lot of things, and mentally they would have lost it. So I don't want to use mental health because, like I say, these generations can't stand problems.
No, but I feel they shouldn't actually put that, because mental health is actually important. A continual repetition of something happening over and over and over again can actually dent your mental health. So I don't really buy the idea where they say you can't really take stuff. You can't really.
You don't have to wait until it's physical.
Bad. Yes, before you get out. I mean, if we wait until it's so bad, I don't know what are we doing, because nowadays we're saying move with the trend, move with the century. As you're moving with the century, we also get to notice that things are getting toxic by the day, and they're like, you can't handle it, bro. I can't handle it because I'm moving with the trend. It's too much for me to handle. So if you can't handle it, my dear, please, you just have to get out of that situation. I love this saying that says to be forewarned is to be forearmed. I mean, bro, if there is something you don't like, your madam sister is actually treating a way you don't like, you let your madam know ahead of time, so that tomorrow when you leave, she won't start blaming and say, oh, why didn't you tell me? Because she's like, so you're judging me. What if I had taken a decision that could actually favor you? So why didn't you let me know? So at the same time, in as much as you're trying to say, I don't want to bring problems between this person, I mean, it's your life, it's your mental health, it's your emotional health you're talking about here. So at some point when you can't take it, you let them know, so that in case you take a drastic decision tomorrow, nobody will come out and say, you didn't let us know, you didn't tell us ahead of time. I mean, that's my take on it.
But you know that there are most people that, even when they come up with this, because of the level of trust they have for their sisters,
or siblings,
they would accept that.
Obviously, there's some
and
people
they'll be like, you don't have to go, you still have to be here. Some people don't have a say, so they have
obviously,
to be
there's
there.
some people who actually, will never cite an outsider over their family.
Yes.
I get that, but I still stand on the ground that if there's something you don't like that is happening, we are not just talking about toxic relationship between a boy and a girl here, where you feel like, oh, it's my boyfriend, so he beats me, you must tell him. If there's something here, like, okay, like you said in your workspace, you let them know ahead of time, even though it's not going to be in your favor, but you let the person know, so that tomorrow it won't be like, I would have taken this certain decision at that point, and when it's too late, because whatever decision you make at that point can also affect you in future, both with your relationship with the person and going forward. So it's always good that you take that decision of, I will let you know. Me, if I'm the one, you're doing something to me that I don't like, I will start announcing it from time. My people don't know.
Well, you know that nowadays people watch Nollywood a lot. I know that in most of these movies they just walk away. They just walk away because
some people are scared.
Yeah, they're
they
scared.
Don't want, there's a stigmatization that comes with if I let my story out, or if I let people know. I feel, it boils down to the fact that we human beings tend to judge people when we don't know them, when you don't know their story. They say it's only whoever wears a shoe that knows how it fits. Exactly. So you don't know what I go through, so don't come and judge me because you feel like you have a certain opinion. Bro, allow me, if I say my own point and then it's not making sense, like, how would I say, positively, then you can say, okay, this is what you should do, this is what you should do, you shouldn't talk. But then don't judge people when you don't know their story. A lot of people are going through so much stress in the country, in the world at large right now, and they feel like, why should I open up? People will tend to judge me. If you're not okay, please say it out before it's too late. Because truth of matter, if you die after today, the next everybody moves on.
But can I come in? Can I ask something? Okay, now at this point where you go to your madam and then you let her know that this is what I'm passing through, this is what your sister makes me go through, and I don't like it, I'm no longer comfortable with it. Maybe at the first point you tell her, please talk to her, and then she talks to her, and then the second time the same thing, you go to her, she'll be like, okay, I'm sorry, I'll talk to her, and then that subsequent she keeps talking to that response, and then you're no longer comfortable.
That is when I now feel you should move out. At that point, even if you're being asked tomorrow, even if you're thinking about
like, yes, you have
what you have done, you already said it.
But do you know that there are some boys that are just too selfish? At that point, when you've complained the first, second, and third time, they would have a feeling that this person wants to move out, and then it'll make it so difficult for you.
I feel like this scenario only happens in the situation where the house help is trying to communicate to the woman that, okay, your husband is making advances with me. So I think this is where this type of scenario comes in, where it's becoming too uncomfortable, and you do not want to go back because this is what is happening between you and your husband. And most times women tend to get jealous about their husband. Most times they are 50% detached from their family, from their direct siblings, than they are with their present family. So I feel like, what's your take on that husband and wife relationship? Because now we've gotten the fact that, okay, yes, this person can walk away, and maybe they could have changed their mind from what you were thinking would have happened, so the tables would have turned. So what do you think in the situation of the husband and wife, and then is it a toxic relationship where the wife just doesn't want to pay attention because, honestly, I trust my husband? Is it going to do? What do you have that's going to be?
Why would I believe your words over the words of my husband? Because this is somebody that I've decided to ride along with, for better, for worse. It's not an easy decision, truthfully. A lot of people go through all this stress and then they begin to contemplate, should I actually say it, should I not say it? Still boils on the fact that they will judge them, they are scared. But still, I believe it's not easy. I don't know how they feel about it because I've never been in such a situation. But I always like to feel like no matter how little problems I have with people, I tend to let them know. Just so that you know, I told you ahead of time. If the madam decides that she doesn't want to listen, fine. And there's no way they would definitely and purposely lock you all the days of your life. Except it's a case of kidnapping. There's going to be a day you are going to be able to leave. You'll get, so still let them know ahead of time. But like you said, it's not everybody that has the courage to actually say so.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's boil down to we're women, and there are times there are people we can say, okay, we confide in this person, this is my bestie, I like to tell her a lot of things, and that relationship starts to go sour. I feel like that's like the worst. And like I always tell myself, I say I envy the relationship guys have with themselves, because they tend to last longer than women do. Show me a woman who is a friend with the same person for over 30 years. I'll show you a man who has stayed for over 90 years with the same person friend. Yeah. So I feel like over time, that is becoming another toxic angle. So what do you think? Is it normal for you to outgrow a person or outgrow a friend, or does it boil down to being you staying there and just don't know how to keep bottling things up, and this person keeps hurting you every single time and you just want to bottle it?
That's your female friend?
Yes, exactly.
To me, I feel like you should walk away because you've been friends with this person for years, and then this person begins to come up with a kind of attitude you're not comfortable with. Of course, as friends, you could tell this person, like tell the person it's your G. You can just tell the person. But when you see that this person is not listening to you, or this person is taking you for a joke, I think you should actually walk away. Though it's painful, it hurts that your relationship that you've built over the years, and then you're just gonna watch it crumble.
Yeah.
But then to maintain sanity and to keep yourself, you just have to walk away.
I mean, I get your point. It's so painful nowadays that female relationships
I no
are
longer
not strong.
stand. Yes.
And
There's just this
if you
jealousy
see it, if you see
Yes.
it, what they argue about or what makes them
Never anything.
it's just
visible.
petty things, just peanuts.
Yes,
that,
it's-
oh my
I don't
God.
know why women are wired the way we are. Little things get to worse.
Yeah.
We're emotional. Once a little thing is being done to you, it's betrayal. It's your hurt.
exactly.
I don't know. And I just really hope that we all can, at situations like that, can be able to pull through. But then, if a relationship, a friendship with someone is toxic and you're not feeling comfortable, you can't even be comfortable with this person to let this person know. I'm not even talking about life, trustworthy comfortability
Yes.
of letting your life be in the person's hands. But if I can't tell you some certain things that are shallow to you, that can help me pull through, I mean, there's no need to be in that relationship with you. Is the truth.
Yeah.
So I feel like we still have a ground to say that yes, females can actually have male besties, and yes, it just
I don't know why they have this narrative that it's a lie. A female bestie must be having something sexual with a male bestie.
I think
It's
because some people have been caught in the act.
I know, and that's because you let your
you know
emotions
those
get the
people?
best of you, in the terms that the only thing I see that a man wants in me is actually my sex
Yes,
parts. There's no
yes,
other thing. You don't feel like somebody likes you because they like how intelligent you are, how beautiful you are, how smart you are.
Yeah, you feel that your worth is only in your body.
In your body. I mean, ladies need to be confident about themselves. There's no way we would have been created in whatever way, and there won't be a thinking about why is there a reason for a lady to be in the world. There is a reason. So be confident in that fact that I'm here, whether you like it or not, I'm here. So if they can't be comfortable with you, I mean, let them be.
But do you know that this word bestie actually comes to play after the done has been done? That's when they start being.
Yeah,
that's when they start doing the bestie stuff.
putting you in a zone.
Yeah,
of bestie.
yes,
It's
yes.
for the guys to answer. I don't know why.
Sometimes
and they'll bring that silly proverb that if you keep yam and go together.
Yeah.
I don't
can go to
understand.
stay together. It's such a pity that our world has been turned into where men feel like women are just used for. I can just use her even if she's my
Because we have made them feel that way.
I don't think we have made them feel.
No,
like
I know
that
that ladies have actually made us feel that way.
Fear men.
They will stay in your wife.
Fear men, they say. Men has come, fear men, they say why all of those narratives. I don't know who is pushing the narrative.
It's people from personal experiences.
Yeah, I've never experienced it. Man, I mean, I have good
male friends that have never in one way, years down the line, have to pass any sexual intention towards me.
So I feel like we should start, and also another thing why they'll be wanting more than just being friends with you is because you keep asking them for money. Leave their pocket alone. Do you ask your female besties for money all the time? No.
Treat them as a friend they are. You can also buy gifts for them.
The same way
make them feel loved. Not every time you're going to ask from them.
Leave their pocket alone. They are your friends and not your boyfriend.
Because when they notice that just the simple gift you can give them, they'll be like, okay, that means there is something she can actually give to me.
And then so the only reason she's my friend is because she wants more.
And that's when they'll come knocking.
So I feel like, yes, this is another point. I know you have not heard it anywhere. The gossip parlor will actually bring you good advice. So yeah, you are hearing it for the first time at the gossip parlor. Buy gifts for your male friends. They have the same equation or even more equations than the women, and they tend to go further. Men have the capability of turning to broaden their horizon. So they always remember you in their good place because you have always been a good friend.
I actually also want to add something. Women should also have boundaries between men.
Exactly.
Same way you have your boundaries between
your
even your brothers.
Exactly.
So even your male friends, there should be such boundaries because we are opposite sex. Opposite sex attracts. So still have that same boundary. And once you have that same boundaries, you find out that there will be respect and mutual understanding in your relationship with your male friends.
Stop see finish.
When you say see finish, how do you mean?
Okay, yes. No, they are see finish. Where you start telling them, oh, my boyfriend did this to me, I did that. They are not the shoulder to cry on. So do we have that situation where you say, okay, a person can be in a toxic relationship with their family or with their family members? Okay, like this example, Big Brother Naija Fina came out and posted on her handle and said, if I die, you could have my body to my family. So that simply states toxic relationship with family members.
Yes.
These are your bare parents, they're your parents, and they give birth to you. So is there a reason for you to just want to detach from your family? These are your family members, of course, and if you want to marry as a girl, you need your family blessing, for God's sake. As a guy, you still need your family support. It's not the UK where you can just do things anyhow you like. This is Africa. Your in-laws are going to definitely ask what is happening, because they expect unity and understanding from both families. So, and when your parents start giving off that toxic vibes, there's something definitely going on. So what do you think? Is there a situation whereby someone can be in a toxic family relationship and advice for them?
Toxic family relationship. It happens, but then that's a very difficult one because it's difficult to walk away. It's very, very difficult. If you talk about toxic relationship in your relationship, like boyfriend and girlfriend, that is easy to walk away because that's someone you can do without. If you talk about your workplace, of course you can walk out, but then your family, it's difficult to walk out on your family. It happens though, but I actually think that when it comes to your family, the best thing is to talk to some persons that you need to talk to, because it's difficult to walk away from them because eventually you will actually bounce back to them when it's time. So you should talk to them, be able to talk to them, and when it becomes too unbearable, to me, I just think the best thing is tolerance. Just keep tolerating them because you just have to manage them like that until whenever.
It's a pity that nowadays family have this ideology where, especially what I've been seeing recently in this case of Fina, from their claimed stories on internet, it's saying that now she has been in money, she's supposed to take care of her family. We get, if you make money, of course you remember your family, but I don't know why people feel like it's deliberate, like it's a must, an entitlement that if my child, now African parents have that. Thank you, African parents have that idea that if my child, so I will let my child make money, he will take care of me. Of course, we know that if a child gets to grow up, becomes a man or a woman and is doing well for himself, there is no way they will forget a parent who's to buy him. It's not possible, except say they do juju or something that's sorry to say, but that's the truth. There's no way they will forget. So it's such a pity that so many people are feeling entitled to that whole thing, and then making the relationship between a father and a mother, siblings, toxic. I mean, the world is evolving. Let's face it. So it's not. I'm big on family. I'm very, very big on family. But the world is evolving. And if you feel like you're in a toxic relationship with your family, I mean, there are other people who are friends that are turned family right now in your life that are still going to stick with you. I get that blood is thicker than water. Family will always turn up for you. Like I said, I'm big on family, but I won't buy, because the truth of the matter, if you die, your family is going to bury you and you take your property. I don't eat it. I don't eat your property. So if you're not comfortable where you are, you shift a little and get yourself together. Definitely at some point they will regain themselves and come back.
Yes, exactly.
So don't tolerate anything.
Most times you don't sometimes you think that, oh yes, you want to stay there, honor your father and mother so that your days will be long. That's what we would like to hear. And at the end of the day, you're losing it, especially for the firstborns, especially where the whole financial responsibility has
is so much on you.
There are times whereby you need to make your own decisions and say, hey, look at these people. You people will definitely be able to make it without me. So at this point in time, I want to focus on myself. I want to build my own self. I want to make myself a better person so that I can come back
and take care of my family.
It's not that we we get to be sharing this granite and
247.
Yes,
Like when your parents gave birth to you initially, was the plan of when you grow up you take care of them. They gave birth to you because they love you and they want to be there for you. Now it has happened that when you grow up you tend to have money and take care of them back. And it's not even about the respect, it's not even about the not looking after your family. It's the entitlements are a lot of just like we were talking about the last time we had a segment and we were talking about wigs and the rest of them. The entitlement a lot of people place on certain things. So you're having an entitlement on
it's my right.
Calm down, no.
Okay, so I think I like these angles that we are actually going to. So because a lot of people talk about the fact that they cannot sit well in some certain situations with their family. Well, that's on period, please. Do what works for you. Have a family. If you have a good family relationship, even not a good phones, they're very easy. There are some things you can't say to your father, you can say to them on the phone. And when you start opening up to them, they start adjusting a bit. They start
for you.
Yes, they start adjusting a bit for you. So most people are scared of their family. Most people are scared of their parents. But we are evolving in that place whereby you can now talk to your family and with respect.
With respect.
That's respect. And that sibling war that comes with, okay, I don't want to go to dragging land and all that. That's by the way. So that's big on family. Yes, I love the fact that you say they're big on family, but that favoritism also can put a benchmark for toxic relationship. So please, parents, if you're watching this, also look out, check yourself. You might be doing something that's not right for one of your child and you're favoring one child than the other. So that's like a sign for toxic relationship. So let's go down to all the long-awaited segments for what you put at
I'm sure they're like, what have they been saying? Yes, waiting for the main thing.
The whole thing that came to your mind when I said toxic relationship was actually boyfriend, girlfriends, love matters, people had to have discussions. Yes, so what is your take? Everybody has a take. I heard one time when one lady was like, my boyfriend doesn't beat me if he doesn't shout at me. I've not felt the love.
She must really be a superhero.
Did you lack love from your house?
Yeah,
that's true.
What make you think say now when they beat you?
You actually,
I don't know.
You know why people think about that? You know why people always want that is because they feel that the man should be able to exercise his manly authority. Maybe the man is too quiet and he's too mild, so they just want him to exercise. Just bring out the demon in you.
I mean, what do human beings feel?
So exactly,
it's all a problem. So most times people they tend to say these things because they just want to see you angry. They want to, and then when you become angry, you scolded me.
Yeah.
I mean,
my
advice to ladies is just take some time and check yourself. It's good to have a quiet time. Quiet time helps you to reflect on what you want as a person, be it a woman or a man, in a relationship, in a family, in a friendship, even at work, career-wise. So take some time to actually, say this time around for like 2 days. Now my second one day think about. And I bet you that once you do that,
you have the right
there's a whole, you will change the narrative of things and it begins to work in a better light for you. Where even if somebody is judging you, you remember that this is a decision that I made wholeheartedly by myself.
Okay, so you're saying that it's easy for you to just sit back, resonate and rejuvenate and want to rebuild your mindset and be like, okay, I think at this point I want me. And yes, I think that's like a recharge. When you start thinking about yourself more often, that's why some women lose themselves in the long run. They get married and they forget who they wanted to be, or dreams and career, or die down because they didn't even sit down to actually think exactly that this. I remember I wanted to be a pilot one time. What happened? Where did I go wrong?
That's why I feel that's why so many people have decided not to get married yet. Because they feel that their career, everything dies down.
Meanwhile, if you have the right person, you have the right yes. If you have the right person, he's like a fuel for you, because in the long run, if you get married to this person, you've made all the money and you finally settle down, there's still going to be that drawdown. So in that relationship, you want to talk things out. Most times these days, people have less talks and more fun. So the times you should be spending.
You don't even talk to your partner. You see somebody 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we are in a serious relationship. Have you taken time to actually sit down with your partner and say these are the levels I have? That's why
that is toxic.
Divorce rate is high nowadays.
How is that toxic?
The fact that you stay with someone in the house and then the only time the person is around, I'm pressing my phone and you're pressing your phone. Like, it's shocking.
time to actually
Like,
know
it's
each
choking.
other.
Yes.
And I get that we always
Two
make
strangers
plans.
cohabiting in
Yeah,
in
someone
environment.
coming in, the person will be like, "Oh, what's this tension?"
Yeah.
Like,
I get that
Because
we
we're not
always
talking.
make plans for ourselves of like, this is what I want to accomplish along the line, this is what I want in my relationship, this is what I want from my family, and then society, the world, in fact nature has it that it takes its own course for
Yes.
you, but then you still need to have that plan so that going along the line, even when it doesn't work out for you, you know that I made this plan, so there should be a backup plan for this for me to know how to
exactly.
handle and go ahead with it. And everybody should, like I say, still take time and think about what you want.
Yes.
Because your baggage is your problem from you not figuring out yourself, bringing it into your relationship. You're thinking is it because the man doesn't know how to take care of me, the woman doesn't know how to do this. You don't know that you are 90% part of the problem in your relationship. Thereby making it a toxic situation.
Exactly.
So you need to actually sit down and think about yourself. What do you want?
So I get the point now that it's relationship between lovers doesn't always have to be toxic. It's not driving only when there is physical battery.
abuse.
So it's not about physical abuse. We don't have anything we want to say to people that have stayed in physically abused relationship. Me personally, I don't know if they have, but I do.
I have what to say to you. Walk out. Wait.
So
I don't have.
do
You
not
have your
anything.
senses. You know what's right for you.
So the fact that because you think most of them stay there because of the fear of loneliness,
Yes.
and they're not going to find somebody who's going to love them any better than this person. So please leave that relationship.
What's that?
You need healing.
And there's always somebody that's going to love you better and better.
Of course.
If nobody can love you, I was just talking with her earlier on before we started the show. I was watching a video and she was like, you go watch this video. I say, yes, if nobody will hype you, you have to hype yourself before people can hype you.
You have to have that self-love.
That's self-confidence.
So you go looking for
love
from
and
another person. Yeah.
That's why
exactly.
most times when they go out, like you said, where they're having, somebody's beating somebody in a relationship, it's probably because you didn't have love coming from your home.
Yes.
It's unfortunate that some people are in such situation.
So like I was saying, you just be in that relationship and you're figuring yourself out and you feel like, okay, this is the part where you need to do things for yourself, you need to figure yourself out, but you just need that time. So you're starting to feel like you're not going to find somebody better, you're not going to find somebody cuter or better than this person because I found love and I don't want to lose it. So at the end of the day, you're going to be losing yourself eventually. So now men will come with this narrative that, okay, yeah, how about if I want to touch her and she doesn't want to agree? First of all, if it's a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or lovers, these days people have made it that
If you don't have sex in
yeah,
your relationship,
especially
dating wise,
you are not even
you're
started.
yes.
People are not even started. So with that angle, I do not want to go to that angle because a lot of people have a lot of hot takes to take. You are all sinners and you go to hell. If you are single and you are doing twe, you are doing twe in that relationship. Stop now before the anger of God come upon you. For married people, and you people did not even talk about the fact that you, a woman, you do not like sex too much. You kept spending all your time in Kilimanjaro instead of at a more quiet place talking about how much you
Be
like.
careful when you say quiet place, because in the comment section they could drag you and say
quiet place in the sense that people do not go to dates if it is not Kilimanjaro anymore, if it's not ice cream.
Boomtown.
So once you hear dates, and that don't even pay me fast. You people are becoming very, very uncreative with let's go on a date. A date is we want to get to know each other.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be in a bar where there's so much noise or sound. It's not supposed to be where you're eating for struggling with bones in your teeth.
It's like a date. Nowadays, a date is all about eating and taking pictures. And taking pictures.
You, the guy and the girl, you people are becoming very uncreative and people do not know what you want.
You go there with your phone, and once you get there, you eat. After eating, you take your pictures. After that, you go back to your phone. And then the purpose which you were there, it's not accomplished.
If I'm a restaurant owner, once I see that people are coming for a date in my restaurant, you see your phone. Give me your phone. Because
that thing that you're eating, how's the food? It's nice.
exactly. People are pressing. You are still talking with your ex. She's talking with Emeka. Will you come over this line?
Leave all the
Stop, leave that girl alone. She's trying to find love. Emeka, leave
At
her
that
alone.
point, you're already making timetable. By 7:30, I have to be here. By 6:30, I have to be with Aloysius.
Chelsea match happening, and you check life score,
Bro.
I mean, toxic relationship is not even just all about the physical abuse and the emotional abuse. It's also you abusing your self-confidence. So I believe everybody should, go back, rethink, and even when I know that nothing is perfect. Exactly. I know that you can't tell the future with your partner because there's definitely going to be hiccups along the road. But then I believe we should all have that mindset in your mind where if I intend to get married, I want somebody who, even during the trying times, I can stick out, can move over. And I think once you find that person, then nothing becomes toxic for you.
Exactly. I've been in a relationship where I told somebody, I said, what will you do if I had an accident and I couldn't move?
That's a tough one.
So he was like, whoa, I haven't thought about this myself. So I like to think of the worst possible situations. It's not like it's going to happen, but how would you see me in this point? I know it's only happening in the movies where once the lady loses her leg, maybe an accident happens, she loses her leg, and then all of a sudden the guy is losing interest.
The partner gives up.
So this is something people didn't even talk about.
Didn't talk about. Probably he saw it on physical.
And those that can't stay with that to tell you, God forbid it will never happen. But what if
you are now on this? You now already know that this is the kind of mental stretch this person will take, and you know how you want to incorporate that. Okay, how do we make up our lives if our kids start coming? Most people start to have their toxic times when their kids start to come.
It is true.
Yes. So at this point in time, they are not able to keep that balance anymore
for themselves.
So the man is tired and all the time is going for his child, and the wife is tired because all the time is going for her child. So there is no longer time to communicate, because the time you had to communicate was when you were in your courting relationship or in your courting segment. So I feel like this situation of toxicness, all of the things that should have created toxic.
This is why somehow I still like the old ways. Don't blame me for that, because I mean, back in those days when they were arranged marriages,
exactly,
you are prepared.
Arranged marriage.
No, you are prepared. Like anything could happen in this marriage.
Exactly.
So and I still have to keep my family name intact. I'm not all for those. I'm not really stressing on the arranged marriage. But then if you look back at old times when our parents used to get married, both in Africa and beyond, you find out that those relationships used to last. They had set their mind. There was this.
You see them 5, 6, 7 children. Arranged marriage. How did they stay there? And you hear that man being so committed and so fulfilled.
Because you had set your mind that this discipline your parents had given you growing up, telling you that this is a marriage that if you're going in, you just have to put your mind to it. Not now when we feel like we're entitled to stupid and little things.
That's why they didn't even think about love. What they felt was that once I go in, the love is going to build from there.
Exactly.
And then it was actually working for them that way, because you get to meet someone you've never met before, and then you're trying to learn this person. But that person when you don't see finish.
How do you tend to now rearrange?
No, for me, it wasn't even about it's somebody you've not seen. You're trying to build the relationship. I feel it's still about the discipline your parents had given you. Because going into the relationship, you had that thing in mind that because we are talking. Let's not counter where we said you have to get to know the person.
Exactly.
But the point of the old traditional way of talking about is the fact that your parents had already put it in you that whatever you prepare yourself. There was this discipline. But nowadays, most parents don't actually give that discipline again. Because now we're saying the world is evolving,
and they feel like, okay, you already know this thing up. So me, I don't know. I'm tired of looking for a man at this point. This is a message to my own father.
Me too, I'm tired.
If you have somebody at 50
I'm telling you,
use me. I know.
No, but seriously, I'm tired. Stress is real.
If you have somebody, if you have not borrowed, go and borrow now. So I tell the man you cannot pay.
And use it as a collateral.
Exactly. So you have generational wealth. Old money. At least they'll be calling you pauper. Exactly, I don't care. When the woman don't revolve, now you go become the new heiress of old money. That's a toxic relationship. No, this one they will not beat you. Because you actually revolve.
Okay, so you're saying toxic relationship has to do only abusing. I don't mentally abusing.
Can you be abused in Dubai? It's in a business meeting.
I'd rather cry in a Range Rover than cry on the street.
It's in a business meeting. So all the time he's be like, okay, it's work. But there are times I have actually seen this arranged marriage. They have worked and they have been sweeter.
Yes, they have.
So let's leave out this new method of or knowing it all, please sometimes involve your family members when you're facing toxic shaking in your relationship. So yes, so I think that'll be all for today's segment. So I don't know if you still have something else to say.
Finally, I'm just gonna say everybody should just, like I said from the beginning, take your time and go back and think about what you want for yourself. We are all big on family, we are all big on love, we are all big on, everything going well and nice for ourselves. But then you have to put yourself in check so that going into any relationship, be it family, be it friends, be it fiancé, marriage, you are sure that you are 90% in your correct headspace.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, what I would say is that try as much as you can to communicate. Wheresoever you find yourself, at your working place, in your family, in a relationship with your spouse, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever it may be, communicate so that you get to know when it's becoming too uncomfortable and too toxic. You understand? So try not to be in a toxic relationship. Speak up when you need to speak up, and that's it.
Well, for me, I do not have anything to say. Well, they have advised me and I'll take it. My own take is that anything that pleases you. I don't have to advise you. All I have to say is, if my father is owing money, use me and pay the debt. And that's all for today. Please do not forget to follow us on our social media handles displayed right on your screen, Media Freak TV. Follow me on Instagram at Temi Sare, and follow my famsies. Follow them on their social media handle displayed right on their screen. Follow Dorella Onyema at Dorella Onyema. Follow Praise David at PG Lifestyle on all our social media handles. And that will be all for today, and we'll keep in touch with you as usual on the Gossip Parlor. Bye bye.
Bye.